What is trigonometry? Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that studies relationships between side lengths and angles of triangles. Trigonometric ratio is the ratio of two sides of a right triangle. There are three basic trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, and tan. Sine of an angle A is equal to the opposite side x over the hypotenuse r. And the cosine of an angle A is the side y, which is the adjacent side, over the hypotenuse r. And tan A is the opposite side x over the adjacent side y. Here is a study tip. You can memorize trigonometric ratios by SOHCAHTOA, which is for mnemonic device for learning the ratios for sine, cosine, and tangent, using the first letter of each word in the ratios, like sine A equals opposite over hypotenuse, cosine A equals adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan A equals opposite over adjacent. So you take the first letter from each word. Now look at this example. Find the trigonometric ratios sine J, cosine J, tan J, sine K, cosine K, and tan K for this right triangle, and express each ratio as a fraction, as a decimal to the nearest hundredth. First, to find sine J, we get the opposite side, which is 5 and over 13. So sine J equals 5 over 13. Now we know that cosine the angle J is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So cosine J equals 12 over 13. For tan J, we divide the opposite 5 over the adjacent 12. We do the same for sine, cosine, and tan of K. Another example. Use a special right triangle to express the sine of 60 degrees as a fraction and as a decimal to the nearest hundredth. To find the sine of 60 degrees, we have to find the opposite and hypotenuse of this triangle. We know from the triangle of the 30-60 special triangle that the opposite side to 30 degrees is half the hypotenuse. If we give the opposite side of 30 a value x, this means that the hypotenuse will be 2x. And the opposite side of 60 is x root 3. Sine 60 will be opposite over hypotenuse, that is x root 3 over 2x. And if you use the calculator, you will get 0.87. Now look at this example. Matthias builds a ramp so his sister can access the back door of their house. The 12-foot ramp to the house slopes upward from the ground at a 4 degrees angle. What is the horizontal distance between the foot of the ramp and the house? And what is the height of the ramp? In order to find the horizontal distance x, we can use the cosine of the angle 4, which is given to us, which is angle A. So we know that cosine A equals adjacent over hypotenuse, that is the x over 12, because x is the adjacent side to A, or to the angle 4. So to find the value of x, you multiply 12 times cosine 4. On the calculator, you get cosine 4 times 12. It will be 11.97 approximately. Now to find the height y is the opposite side of 4 degrees, or the opposite side of A, angle A. So this means that we can use the sine A to find the y, because sine A will be y over 12. And again, you write y equals 12 times sine 4, and on the calculator, you get sine 4 and then multiplied by 12. In the next video, we are going to learn the inverse of the trigonometric functions. So, stay tuned.